What up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. And today I'm going to be doing a little comparison video for you guys between the Dame 5 and the Dame 6. I have two colorways of the Dame 5 here with different outsoles and different materials on the upper. The Dame 6, I only have one colorway. If you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. They're both 110 bucks, so shout out to Adidas and shout out to Damian Lillard for keeping his shoes cheap. He's really thinking about his fans and stuff like that, which I think is really cool. But yeah, let's get it started off with the traction. So as far as the traction goes, you guys already know the Dame 5 was really bad for me on dust, and it was insanely good on the clean court. You know, very, very good stop. You know, really, it has a nice high-pitched squeak, which I like to have a nice squeak to my shoes. But once there was dust on the court, I was just sliding. It was just really, really bad. It was one of those slides where it's just like really dangerous, you know? Because some shoes, it's just like, there's dust, just slides a little bit, kind of annoying, not a huge deal. But this shoe, even if there was a little bit of dust, you just like, and then you just like, oh crap, and then you like blow out your knee or something. So that's why I didn't really like playing in this, especially this colorway with this translucent. Very, very bad. This solid rubber was a little bit better, but still, I didn't like it because it felt a little dangerous to me. Obviously, the Dame 6, I have not played in it, but it seems like it's gonna be really, really good. But I haven't played in it on a dusty court yet, so just take that with a grain of salt. It can change, but right now the Dame 6 is feeling really, really good. And that just goes to show, like, in my opinion, the actual rubber outsole pattern doesn't really matter as much as the rubber compound that they're using, because they're both pretty much the same, herringbone. And the Dame 5 I had issues with. Dame 6, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna have any issues. And this is translucent slash solid in the Dame 6. So, all right, as far as the cushion goes, you guys already know I like bounce. You know, bounce cushion is real nice, but in the Dame 5, it felt a little thin. And not the craziest bounce cushion setup I've used. I feel like the D-Rose 9 and the D-Rose 10, just those were a little bit better. I don't know if they changed out the compound in those shoes or something, or maybe the Dame 5 is just thinner, but it's not as crazy as those setups, but it's still nice. You know, I take it over like Phylon or EVA or something like that. But the full-length light strike cushion setup in the Dame 6 is incredible. Like in the heel, there's a lot of compression, but it still feels like the spring back is very, very fast. So there's a good amount of bounce here in the heel. The forefoot feels nice and plush. So yeah, personally for me, the Dame 6, I would say is, you know, very near the perfect cushion setup for me. I love to have a slight little bounce. Court feel is pretty important to me. And good impact protection and a little bit of compression in the cushion is what I like to have. But in the Dame 5, obviously, if you want something a little bit more minimal and you don't want to feel as much in the cushion, the Dame 5 is the better option. But I feel like a lot of people just like to feel that bouncy cushion and stuff, and that's what Dame 6 has. As far as the upper goes, the Dame 5 and the Dame 6 mesh material in the toe area seem around the same, you know, like not very good quality, but they feel comfortable on foot, you know? And then here in the ankle area for the Dame 5 is a really crappy felt material. And then Dame 6, it's like felt material feels, I guess, a little bit better, but they're still both cheap. And then as far as the tongue goes, I mean, both of them are pretty thin. The Dame 5 is basically a full-on tongue. It's not a half-booty tongue or anything like that. The Dame 6 is a half-booty tongue where it, you know, attaches to a material that goes underneath this mesh material in the toe area. That feels a little bit better, and the tongue in the Dame 6 doesn't move around like this. And as far as the eyelets go, you know, there's a lot more eyelets here in the Dame 5. The Dame 6, you only have like 4. And it's a little bit easier to lace up because of that. And they are attached to these strap eyelets that kind of act like fly wire. As far as the fit goes, I'd say go true to size for both of them. The Dame 5 actually ran a little long, so I went down half a size. The Dame 6, you can go true to size, you should be fine. Width-wise, pretty much the same. I'd say normal to slightly narrow, and they're both a little snug in the toe area. For me, in the Dame 5, it did stretch out, and in the Dame 6, I feel like it'll stretch out a little bit as well. So for fit, pretty much the same. Support and lockdown seems like it's gonna be good. The Dame 6 doesn't really have a little lateral count or anything, but the cushion seems like it comes up just a tiny bit. The Dame 5 actually had this plastic piece here in the midfoot area and kind of extended it here into the forefoot, and that does help a lot for lateral containment. And then the heel for the Dame 5, you have a lot of Achilles pillows. You get like a lot, and that felt nice. In the Dame 6, you only have 2, but it's actually a little bit thicker than the ones in the Dame 5, and it's more on the sides of the ankle. And I feel like I like the thicker Achilles pad here in the Dame 6 a little bit more than the many Achilles pads in the Dame 5, you know? All right, as far as the weight goes, so let's check on the weight. So we got the Dame 6 coming in at 11.75 ounces, and the Dame 5 is probably a little bit heavier than that, 12.7. So the Dame 6 is like an ounce lighter, and it feels a little bit lighter, you know? And I feel like that has mostly to do with the cushion setup. The cushion bounce isn't very light. Light strike is actually really light. But as far as the materials and like it feeling thin and the ankle area having a good amount of padding, the upper feel is pretty similar, you know, but I can definitely feel that Dame 6 feels a little bit lighter because of the cushion. Moving on to the aesthetics, I like the Dame 6. I kind of like the Dame 5, you know, Dame 5 was a good looking shoe, but the Dame 6 I feel like looks a little bit better. Tell us what you guys think looks better down in the comment section below. One thing I don't really like about the Dame 6 though is this heel thing. This little heel tab, which is pretty useless, but other than that, I like the overall silhouette. And you know, the Dame 5 is a mid pretty much, and then the Dame 6 is a low. The Dame 5 had absolutely no ankle protection. You know, it didn't restrict any type of ankle movement or anything, so it basically felt like a low, but with something like kind of on your ankle. Personally, I would prefer a low because, you know, why have something on your ankle when it feels like kind of a low, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm really loving the Dame 6 right now, and if I had to choose, I would say the Dame 6 is probably gonna be a little bit better. You know, the traction seems like it's gonna be better, cushion I like better, and supported materials and all that and fit is pretty much the same. So because the traction cushion is feeling better to me right now in the Dame 6, I love the Dame 6, you know? So yeah, that's just a little comparison for you guys. Versus video will be coming soon. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next one.